all set to go, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the New York Giants. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. Nifty move. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. The Giants at 500 now, 4-4 on the year. And they've lost 3 straight here, and it kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak, and right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Check smash, check smash.
3rd and 2, here's Jackson. Oh, his first throw of the game, going to be intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive.
At their own 46-yard line.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. And now movement here right away. Maybe a sign of things to come with this crowd.
Okay,
a full start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Ready.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in 3rd in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 1st down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there. A quick throw complete into the flat out left. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 25 yards that time. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
2nd and 10. Now they try the right side here. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
He'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Now they'll empty out the backfield. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Touchdown, Seahawks. A great play there. His 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Seahawks use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Extra point safely through. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 of the 24. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the interception on that.
He's the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I notice his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, let's go, big boy. You're still our leader.
From the 33, here's 2nd down and 1. Here's Jackson to throw. Eluding the pressure right. That one taken in by T. Higgins. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Ready.
Jackson, options out left. And now he appears to be in some pain. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. You talk about this Seahawk defense. Currently #1 in the NFL against the run.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to him.
Trap 50.
To throw is Jackson. And he rifles one incomplete.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a 4th down.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Own side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. So the hand got inside the face mask that time. Looked like a pretty easy call.
And it was, and we saw this in their loss last week. Penalties at inopportune times that led to their demise.
So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10.
79 Broncos.
Play action. Now Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Jackson. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. This will be taken at the 10. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 1st down Seattle on a pickup of 13.
1st down, Seattle.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Catch is made by Metcalf. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Get it.
As they run the counter play. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
Looking for Chase on the out route. He's got him. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 26. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Hands it off out of the gun. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
Mustang 19.
26-yard line.
Looking right sideline, that's complete. Touchdown! DK Metcalf. 26 yards. And the Seahawks have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Well, this has been a flawless start for them. They score, they get the stop, and they score again, Charles.
Complimentary football at its finest. You just mentioned how they got it done. They scored. The defense got the ball back for them. They score again. That's the way you win ball.
And oh, it's blocked. We'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone and tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we've wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. Credit there goes to those guys up front.
Certainly does, but we're also seeing how quarterbacks are doing it nowadays on the sneak. When I played high school ball, my coach John Ford used to say, just get down behind those guys and pick up the first down. Now these guys might hesitate a count, use their vision in their eyes, and find the crease and dive for it that way.
Ready, set.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
And he'll get about 2 there to the 36. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The Giants on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Ready! 18, Pioneer! Go!
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
Oh, and that's kind of how it's gone for him so far. That was a ball they need to get back in this game. A quick strike, a big play. But he led his guy too far, and it winds up over his head.
Let's go now.
Here's 2nd and 10.
19 tight, 19 tight. Let's go.
Throwing is Jackson. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down.
I felt that one all the way up here. How about that big man laying out and making that catch?
Yeah, that wasn't a 180-pound wideout. That was a tight end.
Here we go. Here
This
we go.
offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Cup 19. Ready, ready.
And Jackson throwing once more. That is caught by Laporta. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Give him 30 yards there.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now.
70 Timberwolves. Ready.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. What a great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line.
A loss of 2 on the play. It's 3rd down and goal to go.
And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? Jackson now. Touchdown Giants. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Giants have cut it back within a score.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 13-7.
Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Flushed out right. But he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll look to throw. His throw incomplete. So, Charles, offensively, this group really playing at a high level, 7-0. And we're still a long ways from discussing a potential unbeaten season, I think. But to use a golf expression, no blemishes on the card, at least to this point.
Yeah, unlike my teenage years where there were blemishes everywhere and the dermatologist was on speed dial. But I do think that they're going to have to start answering questions about this start if they keep winning games. You and I both know, we in the media, will start to obsess about it and wonder, can they take it all the way to an undefeated season?
Well, let's give some credit to the defense. They did a nice job there as they flushed him to his right. But he is able to buy some time, extend the play, and turn it into a short gain.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 12-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Jamar Chase, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
The kicker on 40.
Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball? Or are we cool to do it here in football, partner?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary, or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance they stop passing now the way that it's going. I think they're going to continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it. Down by 2 scores. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Now Jackson. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Reek Woolen. And the Seahawks are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Well, Charles, you know, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air. And, of course,
that's caught inside the 20. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A big play there as as the first half is winding down. And the Seahawks would extend their lead here just before halftime. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. This taken in at the goal line. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
At their own 12-yard line.
Ready.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
And now off to the races down the right side. Ja'Marr Chase, and all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Ja'Marr Chase, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
Okay, we need to double check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats, but what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And right
I just
now,
said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down,
Good luck.
he's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gap.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner. And with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
Buffalo 18.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
First down, Seahawks.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. It's Deonte Banks with it.
Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter, it would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
2nd down, here's Barkley again. 48 yards rushing for him now to this point.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Now it's Jackson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Got it. Ready?
They'll come out in the pistol.
Go.
Barkley. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
And Barkley will try to punch it in. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Well, I didn't have to stretch for this one. This is 4th down territory. They've got to get it in with the deficit that they're facing.
Absolutely. It's not the 4th quarter, but still, I think you can't be thinking 3 here.
No, if you do that, you might as well go ahead and fold up on this one. But I don't think they're built like that.
Ready?
3rd and goal, Jackson. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. Jalen Hyatt from 4 yards out. And the Giants take advantage of the short field and finish it off with a quick touchdown. Carlson on for the PAT. And the lead is down to 20.
Makes the score Seahawks 34, Giants 14. Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Here we go, Shaq.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
18 Cardinals. Ready.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
2nd and 3. And he's got his big tight end here. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 37. A nice pickup there, 10 yards.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Cougar 19.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
Now a chance to make that encroachment penalty really hurt. 1st and 5. Now back to throw. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted.
It's Deontay Banks with it. And the Giants are going to have it here at their own 15.
The first down pass. Intercepted. The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
After the interception, here's Jackson.
A little short pass here taken in by Laporta.
Just a gain of a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Saquon Barkley running right. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Early down stuff will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Drop 50, drop 50.
Now it's Jackson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely, and no matter what angle you're making the tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense on its heels just a little bit more.
Here's Jackson to throw.
A little short pass here taken in by Laporta.
And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. So both teams trade touchdowns in the 3rd as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Barkley, inside handoff, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
The Giants on 3rd down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where, as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Jackson's going to try the sneak. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Jackson will keep it. And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Giants have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that cuts this lead down to 13.
Giants 21. Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw in this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line.
44 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
From the 41, here's a 2nd down and 4.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 7 yards there and a first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Flush to his right. Throwing right, and that's complete.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down.
And that's out quickly to Chase.
And he's taken down inside the 30. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's 2nd down.
That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Seahawks add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. So the rushing touchdowns continue to stack up, CD. That now 15 for him on the year.
And give him a ton of credit for staying healthy, being a smart runner, and it's showing just how important he's been to his team. He's got to be their MVP at this point in the season, and those votes may even turn into league MVP votes when it's all said and done.
It's complete, and this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Reek Woolen. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
But here in the 4th quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages, but not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards, 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him.
98 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown, Seahawks. From 13 yards out.
And the Seahawks are poised to move to 8-0 as they extend their lead even further. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bulling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
Point after, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Now this will be returned from deep.
And deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
And in our meeting with the special teams coordinator, we asked him, what's your philosophy on bringing the ball out? Do you give him a red light? Do you keep them in? Green light, let them go? Let's see if he changes from green light to red light after that costly error.
Yeah, you know what I remember from that meeting? He brought donuts.
I like him.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah,
but he's not happy right now.
No, don't tell everyone how many I have.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And he'll find Chase on the right side complete.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal.
Well, there's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the 4th quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today. When you're in that zone, you go ahead and take full advantage of it. You don't worry about your opponent. You just worry about what you're doing.
The 2-yard line.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
70 Lions.
They'll try to run this one in. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line.
Stop short of the goal line.
Viking 18. Ready, run.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And he will not get away. He's sacked back around the 3-yard line.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one